AI-powered listing experience available.
Got it. Okay.
Of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope, downtown Asheville, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bears is. Now recognized by the USA Today as one of the 39 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
The road to the college basketball playoffs start in Asheville. Catch the Ingles Southern Conference men's and women's basketball championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris.
Hey, thanks. A quick question.
Then explore a city packed with locally owned restaurants.
What up?
Incredible brewery.
On the log right after the Chainsaw Brothers spot where that spot ends, am I just going right into the weatherbed after that?
No. That's the open. So at the end of the legal ID here, we will. It'll go into live mode, and you'll have to fire the.
Then I'll fire the open.
Yeah, the open.
Got it.
Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
That fires me up.
Here we go.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
All right, your mics are on in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. We're back into the Sportsocracy. We are live.
Now we are actually live.
We are live in Indianapolis, Indiana, coming to you from the Star Wars game room. It is 2026 NFL Scouting Combine Spectacular in Indianapolis. Today was the first day of the player interviews or the player podiums. So the press conferences taking place all morning in the Indiana State Convention Center, which is the largest building on the planet Earth. I'm convinced. I mean, I recently have been to the Empire State Building, and I think the Indiana Convention Center is as long as the Empire State Building is tall. Nope. Sorry?
No, you're okay.
Yeah, mics are important.
It most certainly feels like that. Going through there yesterday, we had a long walk around. We found a nice little shortcut today that made it way better.
It only took me 3 years. I've only made that ridiculously long winding walk the stupid way 532 times, and then somebody went, hey, there's an escalator right there, and then if you go down the escalator, there's a door right there, which leads to right beside the damn door.
Well, see, honestly, though, this is the first time we've ever approached it from that side, and so we got dropped off, and I looked to my left, and there's the building that I'm staring at when I walk out of the media center, and I was like, oh, wait, that's where that escalator goes. Because the last time I tried to take that escalator and walk around, there's a ballroom blocking the lobby. So you can't get back to the NFL Scouting Combine that way. You, in fact, do have to walk 0.7 of a mile to go all the way around that bottom floor to get back to where you were. So I'm glad that we were able to figure out the shortcut today to cut down on the walking and such. But seeing the prospects up on the podiums. First thoughts. First off, I have to introduce everybody. I apologize. Of course, me and dummy over here, Jeremy.
What it do?
And we have David Smith of Armchair Commentary and Mike Carlisle from Raw Dog Sports. You can check those guys out. They've got YouTube shows, and they're fantastic. We'll be doing an Armchair show tonight, actually, live from here in the Star Wars game room. So first impression of the player podiums.
I mean, there were a bunch of guys that were real fun. There's a lot of personality out there today. I got a chance to talk with Caleb Banks. We had Zane Durant. Bryson Eason was phenomenal.
He was really good.
We had, I mean, there were probably a dozen or so guys. Cam Ball, so much fun. Amazing barbecue, apparently. He's a barbecue guy.
Like he makes barbecue?
Like he makes barbecue,
like
and barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Like has barbecue sauce. And that's the kind of content that we're here for. I'm fine if you've got...
I want to see if we can get this kid on the show. I want to see if we can trade recipes. I'll give him my dry rub recipe, and then
he gives you the vinegar-based sauce. He wasn't going to give it up. He said it's a secret. I'll give you it's a vinegar-based, but that's all he would give. So,
dude,
it's but it was good. I mean, it's great. There was by the time we had to dip out, we didn't. I mean, we wanted to get more prospect interviewing done, and we just.
Hey, we got all we could. We got some good snippets going out on social media of the podiums today. My first stop was Peter Woods from Clemson. That kid, I mean, I actually felt this way about every guy that I saw today and every guy that I stood in the gaggle for. They were all great. They were great with the media. They were personable kids. They didn't seem like, they were put off by being there or put off by being asked any questions. I never saw them have like a crossword. They were well prepared for what they're doing. I mean, these agents have got these kids. I call them kids, but these young men, they've got them already primed up and ready to go. Peter Woods said the thing that he worked on the most this past year was trying to be a professional, trying to learn how to carry himself. And he said he feels like he's mastered it. And I got to give him an A. I didn't see him stumble once. Somebody threw out to him his who are your top 5 defensive tackles in the NFL. We'll be sharing that out on social media as well. But I did think it was kind of funny that he went, Quinnen Williams is number 1.
And that's funny because that's who you remind me of.
And I was going to say, he's going to be the next Quinnen Williams probably.
Every question I have about that kid was answered today. Because I got up to the podium, I asked him one question, and I had told everybody here that I was going to do this. We played for the same coach. So I asked him about Mike Houston. And as soon as I asked him that, he said he coaches hard. I love to be coached hard. That's what I want. I think having another coach with that kind of experience was big to my development. And as soon as he said that, I went top 10. Because that's what I wanted to hear. Do you want to be coached that way? Because he needs to be. He needs to catch somebody as a coach that is going to really coach him up. But you have to be receptive to the coaching. And hearing him say that as confidently as he did told me practically everything I needed to know.
Yeah, I got up real close and personal on the podium, stood there for 10, 11 minutes, and I was just, he had me. He had me, and I went, you know what? If that's my biggest need, and I'm picking in the top 10, I probably would take a kid like that.
I mean, he was fantastic. I was not directly out in front. I was off to the side waiting on Tommy Doman to get out there.
Yeah.
But I was able to listen, and, I mean, he was fantastic. Every question, well-articulated answer, every single one of them. And then the point about he wants to be coached hard, some of these guys are not used to that. A lot of these guys, they have been the best for forever. So they're not used to necessarily somebody getting in them a little bit. So I think it's great.
Dom Orange spent a lot of time talking about that as well. Tough. You talking
about Big Citrus?
Big Citrus. We love Big Citrus. It's a great nickname. He was asked about who created it, and he said, I don't know, someone on Twitter, because we don't call it X. And he appreciates being called that. Talked a lot about look, people from where I'm from don't get out very often, so he's doing everything he can to make the most of the moment, work on the technique, be in the space, and really enjoy himself through the process. But also, what are the things that he can do to be better at the game and just playing football, having fun.
By the way, just to throw this back to an earlier conversation that we had waiting on the Uber.
By the way, shout out Steven.
Yeah,
Steven with the heated seats, dealing with the traffic, the construction, making sure we get back here for an ESPN radio show.
And the tunes.
And I can't emphasize this enough. Stopping at stop signs. Let's go.
That's great.
Let's go, Steven.
Conversational as well. I had a nice little conversation with the man.
I believe it was Dom Orange that I walked by, and he said the cuties line. Somebody had asked him what he wanted. What brand out there do you want to represent now that you're going into the NFL? And he went, cuties. Bring me all the cuties. And I thought, You know, hearing that out of context probably would.
It's a better way to phrase that, Dom.
Yeah, I don't know if you would, be screaming that in the streets. But hey, hell, if I was a top prospect in the NFL, I probably would be screaming that in the streets. It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. We welcome everybody into the program. If you're just joining us, we are live at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. And Jeremy, did you have another big takeaway from the day's interviews?
Lee Hunter belongs in the first round. Straight up, he belongs in the first round. I
thought we were already there with him.
It was close. I had him at the top of 2. I'll tell you a story from today that this was probably my biggest overwhelming takeaway of the day, which was the Central Florida sent a whole group of guys, coaches, media, and yes, they do have a couple guys here, but they specifically said, we're here for Lee as much as we are for our guys. That's how much we love him.
Wow.
I had 3 separate coaches tell me that's my little brother. And on the third one, I said, man, he's got a lot of family here. And he went, the coach that said to me, none of us are actually his family, but we view him that way. He's like our little brother. He's always he's always just like this. He was in such a great mood.
He was fun to listen to. I could listen to him talk about anything all day. He was talking, he got his brother a couple of 18-wheelers. Don't ask him what he's hauling. He doesn't know. It's not his business. He's not worried about it. He just plays football. But he was entertaining, and I think that's part of this process that I was really looking to kind of glean in now. Year 2 for me was how much more personality is going to come out of these guys and get away from the I'm here to play football and work on technique, and I love football. Please draft me. I want to go drafted, please.
You know, I think more and more we are going to find that there are way more professionals here than used to be, right? Because now with the NIL and stuff, these guys have these responsibilities already to their agents, to their clients, to the people that they're representing. So you have microphones in your face way more than you ever did before. You have a personal presence that you've been crafting for 3 years now of how can I appeal to all of these different businesses. And I think it plays really well for some. I mean, obviously you're still going to have those in the group that don't look like they belong, don't know what they're doing, like they haven't been coached up. But I mean, even the dude from southeastern Louisiana State,
Caden Proctor,
yeah, old Mud Dog. He looked polished. He looked like they had been well prepared for this.
Well, I mean, it's always funny to me when we get here and you can tell these guys have been coached and coached and coached and coached. I mean, it's what you want. You want these guys to be able to come here, explain to us in the media what it is about them that teams are going to get. And I felt like a lot of them did a really good job today.
That they did. It is the second podium that I went to was Dante Corleone, the Godfather.
The Godfather.
And that kid is going to be a beast for somebody.
Dog. Got that dog in him.
He does, and he's not shying away from schemes or anything. He says he can do it all. Says he can play on the inside of a 4-man front. Says he could be a true zero tech.
Well, I mean, half the linebackers this morning also said they could play edge rusher. So I take what you say with a grain of salt.
Actually, every linebacker that was in there said I can play from Tech 0 to Tech 9 to Tech anything.
You know what? I can be the kicker. You want me to be the kicker? You just draft me and I'll do it. I'll do it, Coach. I'll do it.
You just put me in.
I heard that so many times this morning. I'm like, okay. See, when you say crazy excrement like that, it kind of makes me wonder if you're being honest with me. Because, no, you cannot do that.
Right.
That's what we're for.
All right, so who was do you have an example of who was today's John Eric Sullivan? The Miami GM who got up there yesterday. Or no, the Nick Caserio, sorry. Nick Caserio.
Said something crazy?
Nick Caserio who got up there yesterday and said, our offensive line was great this past year. No, it wasn't. We all know it's a lie.
Oh, Jack Kelly saying, I feel like I can be a 3-4 edge. I went, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you cannot do that. I mean, it's adorable that you think you can, but no, you cannot. That was the highest one for me where I went, ooh, okay. You knew that question was coming. That answer is not correct.
There were a lot of guys that absolutely were talking about, I can play a little different spot. I actually appreciated hearing, might have been
Bryson Eason.
Bryson Eason. Sorry, it's got two names that could be first names, two names could be last names. It's a little complicated. Talked about how he would prefer to play a 4-3 over a 3-4. And I look at that and I go, okay, that's a guy that understands his skill set, understands who he is and what he wants to play, and says, no, this is where I would be best. But I would adapt to a 3-4 if I had to. But I don't want to play that because that's not what I've played. I would rather do this. And that honesty, I think, comes through. That I hope it shows through in the interviews. There were a lot of guys asked. I think every prospect was asked if they interviewed with the Lions, which was
yes.
There are a lot of Lions podcasters here,
right? You have one from a bunch of teams have one.
Texans
so everywhere you went, it was. Have you talked to the Dallas Cowboys? I heard that one at every podium I was at today. Now, Dallas obviously going to be looking for defensive help, and that was what we were doing today was the defensive linemen and the linebackers. And when the next possible Micah Parsons is on the podium and Reuben Bain, there is going to be a lot of interest from the Dallas Cowboys.
Caleb Banks came out straight up and told after the third person asked him if he interviewed, he goes, I interviewed with 21 teams.
Yep.
I had 21 interviews.
That was
It's probably easier to say who I didn't than I did. So,
right.
let's just maybe cool those ones.
Right. Peter Woods was like, I've talked to 18 teams this week, and he paused, and the reporter was still looking at him. He was like, well, I'm not going to list them all for you. He's like, I'm not going to do that. Let's just say there are 18 teams right now that want to look at me, and I think they all should.
It gets a little interesting with the formals versus informals. Bank specifically said 21 formals, and then there's all the informals on top of that. Cam Ball said he had no formal interviews scheduled, not one. I was really impressed that he had I told Jeremy he had the swagger that Shador has, but in the right way. Last year Shador came out and had he talked about his jewelry and his drip and how he was really gonna. He was going to be a leader, and person that's going to draft me is going to get the best prospect available. Cam was humble with it though. He still had that right attitude and the right swagger and personality that I think we need to see more of in the league. It makes it a lot more fun to watch. It certainly makes the podium day more entertaining.
We're going to take a quick break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The day 2 reactions from the NFL scouting combine coming your way, and we're gonna touch base with our good friend Mike Carlisle after the break and talk to him about your special mission this week in trying to find players who I consider them family. If they're supporters of military and veterans, then they are a friend of the program, and we'll talk to him about that coming up next here on ESPN Asheville.
This is a special announcement.
All clear.
Thank you, sir.
20,000 or more.
You're welcome.
New programs available to help.
So are we coming up back after this block, or are we letting the weather bed play too?
Can help you reduce a large portion of your credit card debt without filing for bankruptcy. You can be debt-free
we'll
in
get to the end of this break
months.
and then
these programs
play us a
medical bill
rejoiner off of the button bar.
Gotcha.
You remember which ones we
Debt
use.
Blue for a free consultation to see.
Yeah, let me find it.
Actually, I
the
loaded
call is free.
up
The consultation
on
is
the
free.
button bar. Let's flip.
You don't pay a penny. For free information, call now. 800-536.
The tour rejoiners on one.
Yep.
On Wiz
Yeah,
one.
I see that.
Just use those as we come back.
Sure thing.
536-0554. 800-536-0554.
And you don't have to count me down
ESPN
when we
Asheville,
come in.
broadcasting from the
Just turn the mic on after
Ranch.
each
Log on
one
to
of them's got like a little
ESPN.
movie clip in it. So just open the mic after the movie clip and we'll be good.
Sounds good.
Sports coverage in the mountains.
I'm Daniel Jeremiah.
And I am Greg Rosenthal.
I know that, Greg. We're teaming up on 40s and Free Agents, the podcast that owns the NFL offseason.
This is where teams are built. Free agency, the combine, pro days, trades. Every move matters.
From my draft boards and mock drafts
to my vaunted top 101 free agents and how rosters come together.
Quarterback movement,
surprise signings.
We'll tell you what it means and who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and Free Agents, and listen now.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
It's the moment you dream of. The moment you work for. Train for. Run wind sprints when nobody's watching for. The moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time. The moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And we're the Chainsaw Brothers. Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Ain't no truth on the radio station. Somebody owes me an explanation. Well, I get knocked down, I get back up.
The Sportsocracy.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
I'm unapologetic.
We are back in the Sportsocracy. ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. And everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, we are living the dream at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. We have our good friends David Smith of Armchair Commentary and Mike Carlisle.
Formerly of Armchair Commentary. Now he's
formerly of
Sportsocracy Great North.
I've been saying it wrong for 3 days, and you haven't said that once.
He's a Canadian.
He's like, sorry.
He's a Canadian.
Sorry, I was being polite.
He would have apologized to you for you saying his name wrong.
Sorry. Great North Sports. I apologize.
I swear to God,
we still call him Armchair.
David Smith is me if I had been born in Alberta. We're the same person. The only difference is he goes, sorry, falafel yourself.
Correct.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think this every time we're in the same room for more than 15 minutes.
Where's the bell? We need the ding. Ding.
Ding. Ding. Mike Carlisle from Raw Dog Sports, brand new to the Sportsocracy group here. And as we've said since we got here, once you're here, your family. We've adopted in. We did his show last night. You can check them out, Raw Dog Sports, on the YouTubes. And Mike, you are a veteran of the United States Army, and you have a special mission with Raw Dog Sports.
So Raw Dog Sports is one arm of what it is that we do, and our overarching company is the No Sleeves Network. I noticed as my time in school that the military only gets certain representation. That's going to be either they're war heroes, they have some sort of mental problem, or it's a political tool. But I know that there is so much more behind this group of people that we don't get to see. So our mission at No Sleeves Network and what we do through Raw Dog Sports is to try to give that inside, behind the scenes perspective. And I've been looking and talking to a couple kids that have family members that are in the military, and the things that they learn, the way they are brought up, is a big deal. It means a lot to them. And it really sets them up for all the discipline and things that they're going to have to succeed in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. And so you have been targeting the players that are connected with the
military.
With the military.
Yeah, absolutely. The one guy I got to talk to this morning, and I don't know that there was not a lot of people around because we were talking to a punter, but Tommy Doman, I appreciate him so much. I sat there and talked with Tommy for a good probably 5-10 minutes. It was at one point it was just me and him, and his dad, 29 years Marine Corps, and I've read some articles, the influence that man had. And the way that Tommy goes about his business and speaking with him today, you can tell that there is an absolute influence in his dedication and the way he does things. He's talking about, service to his teammates as a punter. And that's something I know that it was absolutely handed down from his dad.
Yeah. That's a cool story. We've got one guy here, Jacob Rodriguez. His wife is a pilot, right?
Yeah, she's a UH-60 pilot, Blackhawk, for those who are not familiar with the nomenclature. But yeah, I want to run into him because I want to know how that is working. Obviously, with him being here, her being where she is currently stationed, I don't want to give out that information.
Right.
But you know what? I cannot wait to find out how that works and how well they are, in cohesion, because it takes a special type of person to be with somebody in the military. Shout out producer Amber, my wife back at home. Thank you very much. So I can't wait to have that conversation.
Well, we're glad that you were able to spend some time with us. Come hang out with us here in Indianapolis for the Combine. It is a cool experience, and it's been fun so far.
These two are also a great. I'll say they're the first two in what will be a long line of Jeremy deciding he wants to be Sports Talk Willy Wonka. I meet people that are putting in the work, doing good things, and go, hey, you want to go to fun stuff? Because they let me do that. They give me this thing, and they go, who do you want to bring with you? You bring 400 people with you if you want. It's fine, because you're an idiot that makes goober jokes on the radio. But we let you do that. It's the greatest. It's the single greatest part of my job.
Yep. Super surreal just to be in the sphere, as a fan, because I've been doing this for a while. I try to be as professional as possible.
When did that start?
Well, I mean,
did you start doing that at like 9 this morning? You didn't tell me.
Is the professional in the room with us right now?
Can we see the professional?
Look, I am not like Peter Woods. I have not mastered the professionalism just yet. But I try not to be that guy, right? But when you're walking down the hall, it's hard not to look over at David and go, "Hey, that's Rich Eisen. Did you see Rich Eisen?"
We did see Rich Eisen.
He just walked by.
And it doesn't
We were
get
on
less
the way.
cool.
We were on the way out the door, and I just happened to see John Lynch walk across the hallway, and I was like, "Okay, guys, y'all go wait for the car. I got to go take a picture of John Lynch as he's walking by." But it's cool to be in the sphere and talking to these guys and getting the, I think getting the most out of their stories.
I think this is the first year that I haven't had I'll say the fangirl to a point. Earlier today, I was in a circle it was me, Mike Renner, Q Myers, a couple other guys whose names I don't know. I know their faces, but I don't know their names. And we were probably 10 minutes into talking to each other before I realized they came up to me. Like, that's the coolest thing I think I've ever thought of myself, is that they came up, they wanted to talk to me.
The commander's guy recognized you immediately from voice. Not from your face.
I said one thing to him, and he went, "You're Jeremy Greene." I went, "Yes, I am." He went, "I wanted to meet you this week, but I didn't know what you look like." It's like one Google search, bro. Fat Luke Combs, right here.
Any other? What was your takeaway from David Bailey? There was one of y'all was at David Bailey, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah. So, what was your takeaway from David Bailey's presser?
So, one of the big knocks on Bailey is that maybe there's a little immaturity to him. First of all, with an edge rusher, I want an edge rusher to have a touch of crazy. Edge rushers are kind of like strippers. You want them to be a little bit crazy, because if you get the one that's not, then they're probably not going to do their job to the high level that you want them to. David Bailey has the. I mean, first of all, he looks like he's 15 years old. He's got a very youthful exuberance about him.
Okay.
But then I watched, and this is one of the reasons that we make it such a point to come here. He did hits with ESPN, which, by the way, if you were watching his hit on ESPN, yes, that was the 4 jackals that you're looking at. We were in the background. I watched how he carried himself, and it told me a lot. You know, he was very yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, whatever you need from me, going up to different entities because a bunch asked for him to come on their shows. There's a lot of television here. And just a lot of, I'm not going to say it completely satiated the questions that I've had about him, but it did make me feel really good. Yeah. And I will tell you, as somebody that's connected with the Commanders, I have told them repeatedly, the 2 players that I want you to come out of this class with, one of the 2 is either Caleb Downs or David Bailey. And now I can say that with really clear conscience because I thought David Bailey was very impressive today.
Any other thoughts from the day on anything funny that you heard on on the press row?
I didn't have anything funny. I did get to listen to Cassius Howell speak quite a bit, and he's been through an interesting journey. You know, transfer from Bowling Green. He comes here. All the measurements there. Everybody's asking what are they saying about your arms? Arm length, arm length, arm length. Well, you go back and you look and you watch this kid play. He's really good. He's got good technique. He knows how to beat the offensive lineman and get easy wins to the quarterback.
Yep.
He talked really well about, it's not about the way I measure all of these things. If I'm going to work, I'm going to do the things I need to do. I'm going to perfect my technique, and he's going to be that guy. I loved the way he spoke today.
Saying all the right things. That's what this game is all about. This game is put your best foot forward. Don't say anything too incriminating. Be personable. Be likable. Right? You want to appeal to the media as much. Maybe not as much, but at least approaching as much as you appear to be to these teams that you're trying to get hired by, that you're trying to get drafted by. And I didn't see one guy today that looked like he was completely out of his element. You know, sometimes I've seen, when we were here, there were several guys that you just looked at and the wide eyes and I've never been in this scenario before. It all felt kind of familiar for all of these guys, it felt like today. Although we did all in the media have quite the chuckle at the NFL that was cruel and decided to put David Bailey and Cassius Howell and Ruben Bain on the podium all at the same time. Like, you've got 3 possible first-round or high first-round draft picks here, and the media can't get to all of them. So that's why I love having the team here. So everybody can pick a different spot. We can check out as much as possible and then report it back to you. Here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville.
All clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Getting into the afternoon, really not too bad. Partial sunshine, dry pavement, 58. Tonight, rain coming back. Probably around 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there, 42. Occasional rain around tomorrow, most of it ending by about dinner time, 60 degrees, but still some spotty rain late tomorrow night into early Friday. Most of Friday, though, should be partly sunny, high 60. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
You know who's listening to the radio? Voters. Lots of them. So if you're running for office, this right here, great place to reach them. And it's not like social media where people are just swiping through ads. With radio, they're engaged. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Be on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio.
One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Did you know that Ingalls sells a huge variety of organic items? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
Ain't no truth on the radio station. Somebody owes me an explanation. Well, I get knocked down, I get back up.
The Sportsocracy.
Just living the dream.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. You know, when you hear that music, it means we're on the road. We're living the dream. Living the dream every day here in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. David Smith of Great North Sports.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Mike Carlisle from Raw Dog Sports joining me and Jeremy on the trip here. Megan is here as well. She's been a great help to keeping the sanity of this house.
You know what I've learned about business manager Megan? She gets a lot further with some of these dudes than we ever did. Hey, you should come on the show. The response that she gets is way nicer
different
than ours.
Way different, because they look at me and go, I'm gonna bet not. I'm gonna bet I don't think so.
I bet I don't.
I don't think I'm.
I bet I don't. I'm bet that I don't do that.
I don't want to talk baseball, guy. This is a football place. So yeah, it goes over much better when you have an attractive woman going up to these guys and trying to get interviews. Anyhow, we've had a lot of fun today. We've heard a lot of things. But Jordan Schultz is hearing stuff again. And Jordan Schultz has posted out on the social media box that the folks that he's talked to at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis are telling him that, yes, Malik Willis will get $30 million or more on the free agency market this go-around. So that brings us back to the same thing. Who's going to be the dumb one? Who's going to be the idiot in the room?
Okay, so let's think about this from a point of view of who needs a quarterback. So pull up your little NFL list and let's discuss who the teams are that are going to be looking to add a starter.
Mm-hmm.
I have a list. I want you all to tell me where I'm wrong. The Miami Dolphins.
They don't have any money.
They don't have any money. You're right, but we know about the salary cap. It's like the points and whose line is it anyway? They're made up and doesn't matter. The New York Jets.
That's fact.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
The Indianapolis Colts. Probably Daniel Jones, but they are looking to add a starter. Las Vegas Raiders. Fernando Mendoza at 1. Arizona Cardinals. Maybe the Atlanta Falcons. Probably more a gateway bridge veteran, but still looking to add a quarterback. Minnesota Vikings. Probably a veteran bridge quarterback to back up McCarthy, but still looking to add a quarterback.
Yes.
That's the 8 I've got. Does anybody have one that I did not say?
No.
I mean, Cleveland needs one, but they're not going to do that. And the Shedeur Sanders thing, we don't need to kick that can again.
We do not. Josina Anderson was really upset when she came to the Peter Woods podium. She was complaining that they were shoving that topic down her throat. She was like, I have to be. This was like the 4th time in the last 3 days that I've had to be on ESPN talking about Shedeur Sanders, and frankly, I'm tired of it.
Oh, you want me to tell you why? Because you trotted him around here when we were here last year. You did that to you. Zero sympathy for you.
100%.
You're the one that tied yourself to that. Don't be shocked when people want your opinion on it because you're the one that was here last year doing it.
Let me ask you this. Matt Stafford going to keep playing?
Yes. Yeah, he announced that he was going to be back.
$30 million's a lot, but you want a contingency plan there? That shoulder?
I think they'll have a contingency plan that's probably more in the vein of a Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe a Garrett Nussmeier. I don't think they're going to invest in that. There's too much on that roster. First of all, they got to completely rebuild the secondary. So you can start that at 13, maybe if Monster Delane falls to you, but that's where any dollars they have, I think, are going to go is into building a winner with Matthew Stafford. Because, I hate to say this, but if Matthew Stafford gets hurt, none of the rest of it matters.
No.
Because Malik Willis will go 5-12 with the LA Rams.
Right.
Yeah, he will.
So we look at the 8 teams that we said here. I will go ahead and can confirm the New York Jets are not interested in Malik Willis.
Okay.
I stood in front of Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn. They really seem to me like they're looking at 2027, which is kind of funny for Aaron Glenn because he probably won't be there.
I think I have a job by then.
The Miami Dolphins. That one makes sense to a point.
It does, but then, I would think that, I don't know. I would think that if you're interested in having a relationship with the quarterback that was just on your team, you would have been way more complimentary of him in the press conference, wouldn't you?
The presser was not complimentary.
Right, because it was like when Malik Willis came up, Jeff Hafley was like, he had a really good couple of games for the Green Bay Packers, and he was on my team. We wish him the best. I hope he gets a good opportunity.
I'm glad y'all heard that the same way.
That was how that was phrased. I didn't hear John Eric Sullivan, so I don't know if his tenor was the same.
David and I did. John Eric Sullivan did everything short of we're pass.
Right.
Short of that, that's the only way he could have been more obvious.
And it was the same kind of tenor from Monty Ossenfort with the Arizona Cardinals. When the question was asked, you're going to be in the market. We all know you're in the market. What do you think about Malik Willis? And he said, well, we did spend some time together in Tennessee, but we'll be looking at all options.
We wish.
I know you don't want to tip your hand if you are interested. Especially if there's this fictitious bidding war going on. $30 million is nuts.
I think we wish him the best is bless his heart.
That's NFL coach speak.
NFL coach speak.
Yep.
We wish him the best.
Oh, bless his heart. Good luck somewhere else because it ain't going to be with my team.
Now,
you take the Jets, you take the Cardinals, and you take the Miami Dolphins. Those are three of the biggest would-be bidders that I don't think are in it at all.
I have a team that I think might be in there. We brought up the Colts and Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones does not end up back there, I think that's a team that has kind of shown that they will go take a chance, bring a guy in. Now, $30 million might be way too untenable for the Colts. I don't know exactly what their salary cap looks like.
Right.
But they have shown that they will go out, they will try to make adjustments at that quarterback spot. If they've seen some things that they like, a little bit of running. We see that out of Daniel Jones a little bit. Malik Willis could be a fit there, but it'll all depend on if they bring Danny Dimes back.
But I was going to say, but I already have Daniel Jones. Right? I mean, he's like in my building. I feel like he's, we've already done this once, and it worked pretty damn well until he got hurt.
They have Anthony Richardson, which is we have Malik Willis at home. I don't. We're not stopping for Malik Willis. We have Malik Willis at home.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I heard zero lies there, just to be clear.
Anthony Richardson better than Malik Willis?
No.
Better? No.
No.
Cheaper? Yes. Do I think either one is a solution to your quarterback problem? No. I mean, look, so to me, signing Malik Willis is kind of like your lonely friend saying, well, I've been trying to find a girlfriend for a long time. I met this sweet girl that works at Hooters. It's going to be fun times. I'm sure nothing could go wrong here.
And her name was Brandy with an I.
With
correct?
an I.
Easy on the I stuff. Come on.
I.E. Does that make it better?
My wife is Andy with an I. So, yeah.
She loves when I tell that joke, too.
She does. She loves it.
Loves it.
Absolutely loves it. Malik Willis getting $30 million is an absolute insane notion to me. However, I will say we've seen this happen before. We've all mentioned it. It's the Matt Flynn thing. We've seen a team do this before. Now, hopefully, history will not repeat itself. Hopefully, there is not a team dumb enough to do this.
I think the only reason we're seeing this number be that high is because of how thin this quarterback class is in the draft. We're not talking about Malik Willis anywhere near $30 million if we have more than one for sure first-round pick in this draft.
And do we have that?
What?
Because Fernando, yes, he will be the number one pick.
It didn't mean,
but
it doesn't mean that he should be.
But is he a for sure first round prospect? Is the question.
First round prospect, yes. Number one overall. Okay. Good Lord, have mercy, no.
So in a draft, it would be acceptable in your like if you were running the room, you'd feel comfortable taking him where in the first round, like 16, in the teens somewhere.
I would feel good about it, or that I would do it.
That you would do it. That you would go. This is my guy. I can ride it.
If I'm the Raiders, I'm trading out of that because I know somebody's going to give me way more than they should.
Sure.
I think for me to feel comfortable, I could take him in that Mac Jones 15, 16 area.
Okay. That's fair.
And I would feel fine about it. I think putting the pressure of one on him is going to be tough.
It could be, but he may be different. I mean, mentally and the way that he's mature, because I feel like he is a mature kid. I know I make fun of the way he talks all the time, and I make him sound like a simpleton idiot. But to me, that's kind of how he talks. He sounds like he's a dum-dum. Like, I would, if that guy walked in and asked me for a job and was like, please, sir, I love your business, and can I come work for you? No, you cannot. I don't want you facing my customers.
No.
But I bet he could organize a back room like a mother trucker.
However, we got a spot in the stock room, and I want to put you back there. And as long as I can get you cheap, and I can get you, get you for a value, I'm all the way in. I will trust this kid with my entire football operation mentally. I don't know about physically. That's why I asked the question.
I think that he might be too oblivious to be nervous or frustrated, or he's just completely unaware of what kind of pressure is. He doesn't understand pressure because he doesn't know it exists.
Mm-hmm.
He is walking forward, and he is the Joker in the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Everything is exploded and burning behind him, and he is just walking away happy as can be.
He's taking the duck attitude, just
Absolutely.
The water hits you, just let it roll right off your back and move forward. And I admire that about him. Reuben Bain was up on the podium today, and he was asked about Fernando Mendoza because they played against each other in high school, being from the Miami area, and then of course the national championship. And he did mention how ticked off he was. He was still not ready to talk about how the national championship ended up. But yeah, I mean, anybody who has run across paths with this kid has nothing but good to say about him. And when he speaks, I hear it. I hear how smart he is football-wise. He knows the X's and O's.
Yeah, he's been such an interesting guy to kind of get to know and learn. The LinkedIn post was one of the most ridiculous things I think I've ever seen from a college athlete. Last night, me and my team went out and really put in a great effort and were able to secure the national championship. That's great. It's hilarious. But why did you post that on LinkedIn? Bro, we were all watching it. We saw what happened.
That's corporate Mendoza. There's a difference. Corporate Mendoza is different from football Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate Mendoza wants a C-suite. Football wants to be the QB1 of the Las Vegas Raiders.
We will have an opportunity to see Fernando Mendoza up on the podium on Friday. Friday is when they are going to barrage us at 8 a.m. The first group that is up on Friday morning, I already have it mapped out. We have 5 people here, and we all have 5 places to be. Because at 8 a.m. on Friday morning, we have Ted Hurst.
Oh, yeah.
Who I'll volunteer.
Dibsity.
We have Fernando Mendoza.
Tank, you have to. If you don't ask Fernando Mendoza a question in that voice, there is not a hair on your key. Fernando, how do you feel about going to the Las Vegas Raiders and being their starting quarterback forever and ever and ever and ever and ever? By the way, did you know that the doggy ate my ice cream? I have sat here and waited to do that for 2 solid days, just for when this came up. And nobody listening understands that, but everybody in this room does.
That is a joke from off air the other night. That's got quite a good laugh. I thought Jeremy was actually going to puke in the floor.
And I almost did. I just had a whole mess of chili, and I think I saw dead relatives.
Yeah, so we got Ted Hurst, Fernando Mendoza, Carnell Tate at Ohio State. So I'm guessing, Raw Dog, you'll want to be there for that.
Yeah, I'll dibs that one.
Then we have Jordan Tyson and Ty Simpson. And I figured since you're the fantasy guy, we can send Megan to the Ty Simpson. We got to have the face. Yeah. you got to cover the other quarterback in the draft. And then we'll send old fantasy guru over here to see Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State because we got the quarterbacks, the wideouts, and the running backs all going on Friday. There are no underwear Olympics yet. There are no events yet. We're just in the what am I trying to say? The warm-up phase.
It's the pre-phase.
Right, it's the pre-phase.
It's the phase.
Better than anything that I could come up with. It is all of the workouts get started tomorrow, so that's tomorrow's going to be another fun one where we are running around getting interviews in the morning, doing the radio show, and then heading over to the Lucas Oil Stadium so that we can check out the first official runs and lifts and jumps and all of the things from the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. Does anyone have the YouTube up? Because I have not. I don't have full access to my computer
we got a super
here.
Chat here.
So there is a super chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Super chat. Red Feather Workshop says if Arizona doesn't keep Jacoby Brissett, does he start somewhere else, or is it just backup duty once again? And why is Ty Simpson in the NFL getting?
Which Ty Simpson is the NFL getting? Early season or late season?
Early season or
I
late
think it's a blend of the two. I never thought he was the guy who was early season because I saw the Florida State tape, and I know exactly what he was.
We can't read that.
Then all of a sudden, we went down a rabbit hole where, oh, it's good, but then you got to the end and not so much.
Interesting. We will we'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. I've got to figure out why this keeps kicking me off of the connection with the clock here, because it's really messing.
It's really
with my
kind of
focus
important because although I will tell you, I have the world clock pulled up so you can see what time it is.
Well, we're coming up on break time here. It is 1:53 in the afternoon here in Indiana. We are at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. We have David Smith of Great North Sports with us, as well as Mike Carlisle from Raw Dog Sports. We will be doing the Great North Sports show tonight at 8 o'clock, so you can check that out on the YouTube. Do we have any surprise topics that we're
I don't know about surprise. No, it's not surprise talk. It's you guys get to take another victory lap over Canada for the gold medal.
Okay. USA. Yeah, that's right.
Play Freebird. We're probably gonna talk a lot about football. This will be, I think, the second episode we've done post Super Bowl. So we'll be talking a little bit of combine. We'll probably touch on a little bit of hockey. It's coming back, so we're not fully into it, and I'm sure we don't have too much to talk baseball. So it's going to be football, and you guys get to take your Play Freebird victory lap. So
nice. Tune in on YouTube Great North Sports tonight at 8 o'clock. We got one more hour of the program coming to you live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Right after this on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
ESPN.
All right, all clear.
Thank you, sir.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Good afternoon, really.
So is this going to time out to the top of the hour correctly?
Probably around 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there, 42. Occasional rain around tomorrow, most of it ending by about dinner time, 60 degrees, but still some spotty rain late tomorrow night into early Friday. Most of Friday, though, should be partly sunny, high 60. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by WeatherBug.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back, Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
All right, I see what you did. Nice. For this next one, do you want me to come back with that 5 on it button?
No. We've got this will go right into the top of the hour. We're going to roll straight through that. It's going into the next break, and that'll carry all.
Okay, so just
top, and then
just straight into the next break.
We'll go into the. Yeah, you don't have to push nothing because I've got it in rolling in auto.
Oh, I see it's in auto. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it'll.
Beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
We'll start out with.
Then I'll have to fire the open. Sounds good.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope, downtown Asheville, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces. We keep telling you how good Bears is. Now recognized by the USA Today as one of the 39 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The road to college basketball playoffs runs straight through Asheville. Join the excitement at the 2026 Ingalls Southern Conference Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, March 5th through 9th at Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville. Bring the whole family for the downtown dribble, where kids can bounce their way through the heart of Asheville. Getting there is easier than ever with the free Ingalls trolley rides from designated parking areas to and from the arena all tournament long. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
First News on 570.
I do know that the Gandhi Center for Peace is there.
Oh, really?
I met Jimmy Carter there.
Huh. Weekday mornings at 6.
Did he smell the peanuts?
What?
On News Radio 570 WWNC.
No. Weird.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at Parks.
So you'll have to hit the open.
Sounds good.
One sports station, ESPN Asheville. Asheville's number one.
Sorry, hit that on accident.
In Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. We are seen everywhere on the YouTubes. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. We have got a full house here at the... Go ahead.
Sometimes when you hit magnets, they come off the post.
They do.
I'm sorry.
Are you good now? Okay.
I mean, no, but I'll fix it in the break.
All right.
It'll deal until now, or until 15 minutes from now.
It is a full house here. We have David Smith, Great North Sports, joining us on the program, on the trip here at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. Also, Mike Carlisle from Raw Dog Sports. Welcome in. Today has been quite an adventure already, as every day here at the Combine is. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to walk into when you have a room full of, young
degenerates?
Well, no, I was talking about the prospects. Like you got like these young, jacked up prospects, really excited about the opportunity to show their stuff this week in Indianapolis, facing a group of media where you don't know what's coming. You don't know what question's next. You could get a smart question, or you could get somebody asking, if you were an emoji, what would you be? That's probably the dumbest question I've heard today.
I'm just really disappointed that the answer wasn't what it should have been.
The poo emoji?
Eggplant tears. Nailed it. I'll tell you right now, who was that asked to?
I don't remember who that was.
Megan told us about the question. She just couldn't tell us which prospect it was. Whoever that was, if he had answered it the way I just said, I'm taking that kid in the first 2 days. But beyond a shadow of it, the sheer fact that you were quick-witted enough to do that, I'm in.
I don't know. That would be a red flag to me.
No, that's a go.
I mean, I want to hang out and have beers later, but I'm not sure you're ripe for employment.
For sure, 100%.
Character issues possibly coming in there.
Right, I kind of feel like that guy might have a problem later, and at some point that that response will come up. Like, well, you should have known this was coming because he said that he would be the eggplant emoji. And we all know what that means.
Somebody somewhere doesn't, and they're Googling it. Don't do that on your work computer. Maybe do it on your cell phone.
Right. Kevin Mullen has weighed in with a super chat. He has another Shanahan-ananism for us. I actually have a button over here that could play the old sounder. Let's go this one. Nope. That wasn't it. That one. All right, he says Kyle Shanahan, who he loves to pick on. Kyle Shanahan has a hereditary form of diarrhea. Runs in his genes. Question, is Cassius Howell is a reach at number 32 in the draft? I thought he was being projected to go higher than that.
Cassius Howell?
Yeah.
It depends. He's kind of scheme specific. Was he asking about Seattle at 32?
Yes.
I would be fine with him at 32. I can't get him much higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I mean, and this is one of the bad things of the combine. An injury happens to a guy and it benefits 5 others. Derek Moore's not going to run, and I do think that could benefit Cassius Howell.
He also went on to say D-Law is contemplating retirement, and that edge
go out on top.
That edge room is looking thin.
If DeMarcus Lawrence were to retire, edge would be what they do at 32.
Mm-hmm. You can super chat us as well in the YouTube comments. Go ahead and fire those away. We have the screen up now that I can see. So
yes, we're in the small. We're in a gigantic house. We are in the smallest room in this house, but acoustically, it is the one that doesn't have 15-foot vaulted ceiling.
Oh yeah. I think we've got a nice little mix here. Definitely feeling at home here in Indianapolis.
We do need to tie together that Malik Willis conversation along with breaking news, even though we don't have the breaking news button.
Do we not have the breaking news sounder? No, we don't. Hey, do you see the breaking news sounder up on the board or on the button bar there, Brandon? You could hit it if you can find it. If not, we'll go with the breaking news.
The Carolina Panthers are getting calls on Andrew Dalton.
Oh,
do you know what that tells me? So Bart, big shout out to Bart for telling us you never tied the Malik Willis thing together. The reason we didn't do that is because we got that alert from Adam Schefter and it made the conversation a little bigger. So all of these teams, I swear this is not a shot at Jordan Schultz, but it's going to sound like one. When you come here, you have to be really careful what you believe out of teams, because do I believe there are teams that have told him, yeah, Malik Willis is getting $30 million? Sure. The problem is that there's a comma after that, and they're leaving that part out. And the part after the comma is it's just not going to be from us. Somebody will pay it to him. I don't believe they will. But when you start hearing Andy Dalton, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Brissett, who we were asked about earlier, I've heard those names way more than I've heard Malik Willis this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that tells me? Is that every one of these teams that really needs a quarterback, and I'm specifically looking at Miami, who I've heard attached to Brissett, the Jets, who I know for a fact are looking at the 2027 class going, that's where we find our franchise guy. Ty Simpson's not a franchise guy. He can be a Mac Jones type in the right system, be that Pittsburgh, be that where as a backup for the Rams, whatever the case may be. There is a landing spot for him where he ultimately starts this league. It's not going to be with a franchise that is the Jets or the Dolphins. They don't have the pieces to prop that quarterback up. So when I start hearing Andrew Dalton and I start hearing Jacoby Brissett, it tells me that a lot of teams are looking for one-year bridge guys because they know what this quarterback class is. You think I've been hard on it? You ought to hear the conversations I'm having behind that door of how these other guys feel about this quarterback class, because I'm actually nicer than a lot of them are. And I have railed this class.
So where does who are the teams calling?
I would say the Jets. I would say the Dolphins. Probably Atlanta, which leads us into a super chat.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I'm trying to make my computer or my phone work over here.
You're like a fat squirrel in an AI video. M. Bradley said, "Hey guys, please tell me my fear of Kyler Murray in Atlanta is unlikely to happen." Oh, let's see. What are things that are less likely to happen than Kyler Murray in Atlanta? I will say David Bailey falls out of the top 32. I decide that I'm going to be a vegan, or I spend the rest of the week in Indianapolis completely sober. Just no more boozes for me. All three things I just said are more likely than Kyler Murray in Atlanta. But now, would it shock me if Jacoby Brissett wound up down there? No. Would it shock me if Andy Dalton wound up down there? No. I know that's in division, but Andy Dalton's not a solution to the problem in Carolina. And that's where I could see that ultimately, if Atlanta will come off a draft pick, yeah, I could see that. They want a bridge. I mean, we sat there listening to Kevin Stefanski yesterday, and he never confirmed that Michael Penix Jr. was his guy. He also did not really sound inclined to chase somebody else. I heard veteran backup numerous times.
Yeah, big time. And it was, we talked about this a little bit offline with Mike about Stefanski famously coaching the aggressiveness out of people. And we talked about Kyle Pitts and how that offense is going to look. And from a quarterback perspective, Andy Dalton kind of fits what he would be kind of known for in this situation. We're gonna get a very run heavy with Bijan, and we're not going to see the explosiveness with Stefanski that we would want to see in Atlanta. So I don't think they're looking for a full-time solution here.
I don't think they're looking for a full-time solution either. And Andy Dalton does make sense. He would perfectly fit with the things that Kevin likes to do, two tight end, play action, that kind of stuff. But the guy that Jeremy just mentioned, Jacoby Brissett, makes the most sense because there's a familiarity there. Jacoby Brissett played some of his best football of his career underneath Kevin Stefanski. We were able to make the playoffs with 4 different quarterbacks, and Jacoby was one of those guys. So I think that would be a great fit. The Andy Dalton move, I just don't know anybody that's going to be looking to have him start. Why would you give up a draft pick to bring Andy Dalton in at 37 years old and have him start for you? What team is that desperate when there are some other guys out there that you won't have to give up any capital to get?
Another wrinkle of the Carolina Panthers thing to me is what do they bring in to back up Bryce Young? Who is the piece that you can find that is not threatening to him,
Malik
especially
Willis.
In the minds of the fan
Kyle
base?
Trask.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you another one. I'll tell you another one, and you're going to say I'm crazy when I say it. Geno Smith.
Yeah. Well,
they were together in Seattle.
I was going to say nobody's knocking down that door right now to go, hey, let's have Geno Smith run the show.
And I will say there's a much better. I would say the probability of Geno Smith being out on the market, I would have put that at 5% a week ago. Mm-hmm. I would say it's closer to 50-50 now. I mean, that's the thing. None of these teams, from an entire day of talking to the decision makers in the NFL, none of these guys seem to want to tie themselves to a long-term decision that's made this year outside of John Spytek. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be Mendoza. And David, you were with me a lot of yesterday. How many times did we hear GMs, even John Schneider, talking about how much better the class is next year than this one?
Almost every one of them, except for Spytek,
Schneider talked about it for 5 solid minutes.
Yeah, I think there's a firm belief, and I mean, we all see it. The quarterback class is much better next year, potentially. I mean, we don't know. With NIL, and guys not coming out as often or as early as they used to. We're seeing fewer opportunities, I guess. And right now, if you were a quarterback and you thought you had a chance to go in the first round, I don't know why you wouldn't have chosen this year to come out of college and say, I'm gonna declare for the NFL draft, because this is a perfect opportunity for someone to stand out and get that opportunity in the NFL as a starter.
Well, that leads right down to Jeremy down there. I think it was very specific that Dante Moore did not want to go to New York.
Look, Dante was weird. And Todd McShay, to his credit, he was all over this all season long. Dante Moore was making it known that he wanted to come back to school. I don't think that was so much. I mean, it's partially an indictment of the Jets, don't get me wrong. It was also that he didn't feel like he was ready. He's making plenty of money at Oregon, and he's having fun. I mean, that's the craziest part of this is how different the prospects are in three of these. Mm-hmm. I go back to the first one, Tank and I did. There was a lot more immaturity, I felt. Now these are guys that are a business of one.
Right.
And so sometimes it's a better decision for you to come back to school. I mean, look, Dante Moore could be dealing with the Jets, the Browns, the teams that consistently pick quarterbacks in the top half of the first round. That's what he's going to be dealing with next year, too. I mean, it's not like you're going to run away and all of a sudden the Rams are going to be sitting there a year from now. You know, he's still going to be looking at the same teams. What's shocking is how many of these guys went into this year where they had there were 10 guys in this class that had the opportunity to cement themselves at 2 just because they declared. Lenora Sellers, with the number of questions we have about him, would have undeniably been the number 2 pick in this draft. Mm-hmm. No doubt. He might have been 1. And then Mendoza goes 2. And all of them looked at it and went, "No, we're good. College is fun."
Why would you take that? Why would you take that leap if you're comfortable now? Right? Why take that leap too soon? Either A, before you're ready, or B, for a really bad situation. Right? I would much rather spend one more year in college trying to win a national championship rather than immediately jump into the New York Jets and suck. Or what, not picking on the Jets, but just whatever
you're not wrong.
team.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, look, you're talking to a lifelong fan of this team, and I'm telling you, you're not wrong.
Right. Why would you want to do that a year before you absolutely have to? Because it's not a money thing anymore.
No.
I'm making plenty of money now. Mm-hmm. I'm learning a craft. You know, I'm doing the thing that Peter Woods talked about at his podium today. I'm trying to spend this next year at getting to the point where I'm more of a polished professional.
Yeah, all of these guys are more polished, but that's due to obviously NIL, but the transfer portal. Well, somebody asked Cassius during his little press conference area that, hey, what was it like transferring, and how did transferring kind of prepare you for that transfer from college into the pros? And I think that the transfer portal is going to prepare a lot of these guys. Anybody who has been through that transfer portal, you're going to learn multiple systems. You're going to hear a lot of different things. So these guys are all going to be way, way more advanced than we've ever expected.
I'll tell you another thing that I've really seen this year. These guys are way more comfortable selling themselves. They're way more comfortable in the room with teams. I've already had that said to me a couple times this week. These guys are used to this. They go into the transfer portal. There are specific teams they want to go to, because some of them go in with a no contact order of, I'm going to tell the teams that I'm interested in that I'm interested. They don't get to call me. I get to pick them. Mm-hmm. And so you come here and you're trying to sell yourself to a team to get them to select you. You've basically already done this. I mean, how many guys have we talked to today that they've been through the transfer portal? They've bounced between 2, sometimes 3, 4 schools. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm still stuck on Lee Hunter having the entire coaching staff of a team he transferred from here doing his bidding in the media room. Like, that baffles my mind. This guy transferred from your school and you still love him like he's your kid. It's such a different world than it was when I started doing this 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. 16 years ago, that would have never happened. If a guy transferred, you're dead to me.
Yep.
You are scrubbed from the record books. You will never be brought up again. now there are multiple schools. I saw a couple Cincinnati guys today that were going to players that had been at Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
You would have never seen that.
Football's always been a transient business as far as the coaches are concerned, right? The coaches have coached in 80 different places, and we have all of these relationships. And, there's the storied ones, the Kyle Shanahan tree and the Mike Tomlin tree, all these, the Bill Belichick tree. We talk about all of these families. Well, it's been a transient business as far as the coaches are concerned for a long, long time. Now it's a transient business when the players are concerned, and not only are you building those relationships with other players on other teams, but you're making those relationships with those coaches. Like that guy, because we all know what this is. I'm bringing you in to be my mercenary, or whatever.
I think we're seeing a lot of guys, too, so in college sports in particular, teams take ownership over the players.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a Cyclone, and that guy's a Horned Frog, and like this guy's a Boilermaker, and this is a Hoosier. Like your team, like your college takes ownership over that, and I think that got a lot muddier with NIL and transfer portal. So now we're seeing teams that are like, no, that's my guy. He was my guy for forever. So like I know he left, but like no, he's still ours.
Right.
That's it's in the NFL we saw it a couple of times with. Like your Jerry Rice and the guys in different uniforms that just doesn't make sense. It makes your eyes hurt.
It's still weird to me to see Peyton Manning in Denver stuff, even though he won a Super Bowl there.
But like I think that's what we're seeing now, and I mean they're way more comfortable. Every single guy that I saw on the podium today looked to be having a good time. There's not someone that came up and was like, everybody was thought they're like, I just want to have fun. I get to play a kid's game. I'm blessed. Everything was the right way to do things. Everybody was having they were really well coached, but they know it. To Jeremy's point, it's a business of one now, and you're seeing those guys come in and really hammer that. And again, everyone's taking ownership. Rather, not no one. Everybody's taking ownership. The UCF guys taking ownership over a guy because he was their guy, not because he is currently.
Yep. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We'll be right back after this.
We are strong. We are
all clear.
Thank you.
This together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. From the pursuit of gold. Golden goal. To the bracket busting in March.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
From the first pitch in spring training.
Ohtani tees off.
To the dreams of the NFL draft.
With the first pick.
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but Donated Orthodontic Services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
Oh, you know that sound. And you know how to get rid of it, too. When that craving hits, there's only one place to go. Asheville South Slope. Downtown Asheville, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. Slow smoked brisket, pulled pork, homemade sides, scratch-made sauces,
We keep telling you how good Bears is. Now recognized by the USA Today as one of the 39 restaurants of the year for 2026. Every special occasion deserves a Bear feast. You can order online at bearsbbq.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Did you know that Ingalls sells a huge variety of organic items? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingalls. Low prices. Love the savings.
Ain't no truth on the radio station. Somebody owes me an explanation. Well, I get knocked down, I get back up.
The Sportsocracy.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
I'm unapologetic.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. We are on the Ingalls Living the Dream Tour in Indianapolis, Indiana for the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. Yesterday was the coaches and the GM podium times. Today it was the defensive linemen and the linebackers. Tomorrow we get a whole day full of defensive backs and tight ends. So
my day.
The old whisperer will be interested in the tight end hour of tomorrow.
My day.
Friday, podium times for the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, the running backs, skill position guys, and, of course, the on-field workouts start tomorrow as well. And we had some news earlier, well, I guess it was yesterday. Drew Aller will throw at the Combine this weekend. And who was it that got injured that's not going to run?
Derek Moore. Edge rusher out of Michigan.
Have there been any other announcements you guys have seen of anybody that's not going to participate?
Everybody I've talked to said they're working out.
Everything that I heard in conferences today was I'm planning on working out as well.
Lee Hunter laughed. Somebody asked him if he was going to run the drills, and he said, yeah, I'm going to
run. Somebody asked Peter Woods if he was going to run, and he said he didn't know if he was going to run the 40 or not. But the rest of it, he would be involved.
Ooh, let me take the coach speak out of that. That means no. It's kind of like if you ask your wife if you can do something, and she says, let me think about it. Just go ahead and say no, because that's
yeah.
where it's at.
The words we haven't, or my trainers haven't decided whether I'm going to do that or do it at the pro day.
Well, so. I mean, and that leads to a Kevin Mullen question in a super chat.
Mm-hmm.
He asked who's getting exposed a la Chris Jones in the 40 this year.
Whoa.
Hopefully no one does that, because I don't think I could. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for that. But I will tell you, the 40, every passing year, it means less and less. The 40's a cute story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he went out and ran. Whatever. It really doesn't matter. I think there will be a lot of guys that do on-field drills that don't necessarily do the 40. Because it can hurt you way more than it can help.
I was going to say, do I have to run it at all?
Well, I mean, Peter Woods. Peter Woods could come out and run a 4.9. It wouldn't shock me at all. If he comes out and runs a 5.1, then he just cost himself $10 million in 120-foot stretch. So why would I do that?
Right. I don't know that it's that necessary.
It's not.
I mean, and when you've got this kind of talent and you have a guy in Peter Woods' scenario who's met with 18 teams, that pretty much tells me he's guaranteed to go pretty high.
I don't know that I would look at it that way. You got to be real careful with the meetings and trying to glean anything from that. They get 50 here. There's only 319 guys here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, it is a good thing that he's had interest and there are teams that want to talk to him. The question would be why? When you see a really high number, that actually scares me more than it encourages me.
Really?
Well, because, all right, so I'll give you an example. One that I heard say this morning. Caleb Banks said he's met with 21 teams.
Yeah.
You know what that told me? There's a whole mess of teams in round 2 that think he's going to be there. Because I'll promise you nobody in the top 15 was talking to him.
Not for that top 15.
Not for that top 15 pick.
Right.
They might be doing it for their second round pick.
Or
that means there's a lot more play in his projection than we originally thought.
Or we've got to do our due diligence to see, if we may be interested in getting back up into the first round.
You know what else that tells me? There's not a team in the back end of the first round that's told him that thing that teams in the NFL aren't supposed to tell them, but I know for a fact they do. If you're there at our pick, you're our guy.
Yeah.
It means he hadn't heard it yet.
Yeah.
Because if he had, then why would I keep meeting with teams that are picking behind that?
Speaking of one of the revelations of the day, to him anyway, was Ruben Bain, who was told by one of the Titans reporters that Jeffrey Simmons had come out and said he wants him. He wants Ruben Bain at number 4. And, I mean, Jeffrey Simmons is a guy that I think's got some sway in that building.
He does. The thing that I'll tell you about Bain is I've long thought that the fans and probably the media like Bain more than evaluators do.
Okay.
Nobody wants to commit to him. When I talk to people around the league, nobody goes, oh, yeah. In our meetings back behind closed doors, it's Ruben Bain or bust. Mm-hmm. I've heard that about Bailey. I've heard that about Spencer Fano. I've heard it about a lot of guys. Francis Maui Noah. Oh, he could be a guard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody cares. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could fall. But the team that gets him, it's not going to be, oh, shucks or doodles. We got to take somebody. I guess we got to do this. Whoever it is, they're going to be real excited that kid's on their team.
Right.
That could be my Cleveland Browns.
Ruben, that's who I had taken him originally. I had Ruben Bain going to Cleveland in mock draft 2.0. Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of mock draft 2.0, we're at the combine, which means mock draft 3.0 is only but so far away.
There's you a tease, kiddies. Something to look forward to from Combine Week here in Indianapolis, Indiana, with David Smith of Great North Sports, Mike Carlisle.
It's okay. It happens all the time.
Mark Karloftis heard.
Mark Carlisle, because for some reason that's a lot smoother. Maybe you should change.
That's actually when I was announced during all of the high school football games. The guy would read it that way every single time.
Mike Carlisle of Raw Dog Sports joining us in the Sportsocracy and on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour. We'll be back right after this.
ESP. All clear.
Thank you, sir.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Getting into the afternoon, really not too bad. Partial sunshine, dry pavement, 58. Tonight, rain coming back. Probably around 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there, 42. Occasional rain around tomorrow, most of it ending by about dinner time, 60 degrees, but still some spotty rain late tomorrow night into early Friday. Most of Friday, though, should be partly sunny, high 60. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by
Bojangles. It's always bow time.
It's bow time. The only thing you want after a made-from-scratch Bojangles biscuit with juicy country ham is another one. For a limited time, get 2 ham biscuits for $5. That's 2 fluffy country ham biscuits. Cravings meet savings. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always.
Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the Mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong. Woohoo!
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Ain't no truth on the radio station. Somebody owes me an explanation. Well, I get knocked down, I get back up.
The Sportsocracy.
Just living the dream. I love that. You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf.
You want some?
Yes. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf!
I'm unapologetic.
And we're back in the Sportsocracy. I had forgotten about that drop. And oddly enough, we had meatloaf last night.
And it was so good.
Yeah, I made meatloaf for everybody last night. And apparently, I mean, I'll be honest with you, in the power ranking of my meatloafs, that was not a really good one. And everybody loved it. So it was
great. Well, here's the thing. There's one leftover plate of it upstairs. And if nobody calls dibs on that, there's a good chance that's going to be Jeremy's 3:02 snack, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Take a little nap and be gone.
You throw that meatloaf with them mashed taters on me, and this day has come to its conclusion.
We are having a blast up here in Indianapolis, Indiana, and the fun has just started at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. We haven't even gotten to see any of the actual underwear Olympics. I thought we were going to see some in the hallway yesterday.
They were running up there.
Oh, were they running up there?
There's one hallway in the Indiana Convention Center that's exactly from where you could run and cool down. It's exactly 40 yards. So it's like the perfect track, and guys run up there every single. I am waiting for the day that somebody busts their ass on that carpet, and then they're, oh no, blankety blank's not going to run. Injury. Carpeted hallway.
We'll have to blame it on that. Yeah, I got to imagine you're not going very hard on that one. That's just a warm up, right? We're not trying to set any records.
You see some weird things. Oh yeah, I mean I don't think Xavier Worthy.
Oh well, like J.J. McCarthy throwing passes in the hallway. Yep. That was fun.
That was odd.
A couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a guy in green spandex wearing a COVID mask walking around.
That dude. I'm going to go ahead and say you need to protect your grandma from that dude, because that dude's out here just doing stuff.
Okay.
That's one of the weirdest looks I've ever seen on a person in public. The funny thing is, he wasn't even here for the combine.
Nope.
I think he just walks laps at the convention center.
100%.
Wearing a Kermit the Frog green spandex suit with shorts over it, the COVID mask, and a hood over his head.
He looked like he was getting it, though. He was moving.
Oh, it was a whole vibe for sure.
Nice. You never know what you'll see at the combine here. Player interviews started today with the defensive line and the linebackers. Again, tomorrow we will be back at it first thing in the morning, 9 a.m. The defensive backs start. Jeremy's got to wait around.
In this draft class, does Jeremy love, like, honest-to-God family? Daquan Wright, he's the one.
Okay.
I am absolutely in love with that kid.
What about him?
Oh, his hands are good. He's really crafty in the way he runs routes. He's deceptively fast for how big he is because he is a big boy. I'm really fond of Daquan Wright.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of the tight ends in this class.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the pass catchers in this class. Which is funny because I hate practically every ball carrier in this class.
You hate them?
Oh, I do not like this running back class at all.
Not a single one?
No.
I mean, you get one. You get Jeremiah Love. You got Singleton.
Soon to be Kansas City Chief, Jeremiah Love. Singleton
If
and
he
Mike
falls that
Washington. And Mike Washington, end of list.
That's who I was going to ask you about, Mike Washington Jr., because we saw him down in Mobile. He looked pretty good down there. How do you think he's going to run up here?
Oh, I think he's going to run real fast, and he's bigger than you think. That kid's 6'2" and some change, legit 225. And I won't be shocked if he runs in the 4.4s. He might even be faster. I don't think he's faster than that, but he might be.
Yeah.
That's my dude. The rest of the running backs in this class, you can have them all. There's not one that I even go, well, I don't know. That's one of 3 for an NFL team soon to be named. Pass.
Not even a practice squad guy in like the 6th round?
They'll make rosters. It's going to be. There's just a lot of guys in this class that are Chuba Hubbard type players. They do one thing really well, and that leads to you getting 85 touches a year, and I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, Jadarian Price is probably the 4th running back in this class. And I'm not. It bothers me when I look at a guy and go, I'm basing this off 200 carries that you had in 4 years. I just don't know how you hold up. Then you get deeper in that. If you take a running back in the 6th round, may God have mercy on your soul.
He's still got better tape than Malik Willis.
Well, now that I can't disagree with.
And another quarterback that I won't mention because I don't want to hurt any feelings in the room. We have.
I'll give you.
I know what it was about, guys. I'm right here. We've been having it all weekend.
Mike Carlisle from Raw Dog Sports.
Raw Dog Sports and unabashed Shedeur Sanders apologist.
You have to, man. You got to defend your guy. I get it. I envy that about him.
Until he's not my guy, he is my guy all the way.
I remember the vinegar that I had for Mark Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
It really cut me deep when he didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was not.
I mean, we spent, I want to say, 45 minutes.
It's really piercing.
To an hour doing an intervention. A Shedeur Sanders intervention with
Mike. Did.
Oh, my God.
We tried to show him the light.
You've already made the sale. It's happening at 3:02, and I know exactly how to do it. I swear to God, I know exactly how to do it. We have 2 trash bags full of beer cans, and we'll just throw them around Mike. We got a big banner up over his head that just says intervention of we need to talk.
We most certainly did.
You have a problem.
Sitting down to the dining room table just going, okay, listen, Mike.
Everybody here loves you, buddy.
Yeah, you're here, and once you're here, you're family, and that means we get to be brutally honest with you. Stop doing that to yourself. You're not gonna like how it looks.
God,
I
you have a
guarantee it.
Shedeur jersey? If you do, that will set this whole thing
I
up.
do not have it.
Okay.
I swear to God, if we can find one in Indianapolis, I'll go buy it for you right now.
I got a Quinshon Judkins, but I did not decide to go.
See, that was a smart investment.
100%.
Quinshon Judkins, great investment.
Big fan of Judkins.
In a jersey.
Same. Can't wait to see him come back. Hope he's healthy. But, man, that kid, has got to get an offensive line in front of him, or he's going to have a really, really tough time. That's what we saw this year too.
I think
he does.
I think your team and mine should set up a deal with Fanatics where you can buy any jersey you want the first time. You can trade it back in, but then they pick for you from there. Like, nope, your choices have been proven to be not great.
You
so
have not
will
been,
get who we give you.
You have not been financially responsible with your jersey choices, so now we have to put guardrails up for you.
Oh, your wife has a Shador jersey?
My wife does have a Shador jersey.
Let's go.
Decisions were made.
Hey, listen, she does what she wants. I don't tell her what to do, so I support her decision. Now, listen,
I mean,
obviously,
do
Browns
any
fans.
Do any of us have that power?
No.
Hey, shut up, producer Amber.
Yeah, typically, she turns around and tells me what to do. So.
Right, we're all in the same boat, man. We get it.
Look, my wife's a Steelers fan. In the time we've been together, she's bought one jersey. I'll give you one guess who it was.
Kenneth Pickett.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Nope.
Jerome Bettis.
No, come on. You know my wife. Which one, of all the Steelers that have been on that team the last decade, which one makes the most sense? His brother works for CBS. TJ Watt.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, my wife.
I didn't even know J.J. Watt was working for CBS now.
Hold on. We were thinking it was a bad one. That's our mistake. That's our mistake.
I was thinking, like, this is going to be something that she really regrets.
Yeah, no, my wife deals with money for a living. She's very judicious with her jersey purchases. So
Calvin Austin III.
Yeah, when Aaron Rodgers came to town, I asked her, "Do you want an Aaron Rodgers jersey?" And she said, "Why would I let you set money on fire to buy me one of those?" And I went, "See, this is why this works."
Yep.
Because I'm the one that sets money on fire. You are judicious with it. I appreciate that.
Speaking of money, and maybe not being judicious with your money, but at least being the most patriotic man on the face of the planet. Your boy's done it again, Jeremy. Pat McAfee reportedly paid for the U.S. men's hockey team's bar tab as they celebrated winning the gold medal at a club in Miami. The team went through $150,000 in champagne, tequila, and vodka.
Hockey players are built different.
Per the Daily Mail. $150,000. How many dudes are on that team? How many? 20?
20.
Maybe 20.
That's a lot of friends and family. I got a feeling not just the team was drinking on that tab.
Oh no, I'd say it's just the team.
I don't know if you understand how much hockey players drink.
I can't remember which club they were. Was it 11?
11.
Yes. Yeah. I may or may not have seen myself in that particular establishment, and I know how quickly you can run up a tab where you go, "Oh boy, that hurt." I could easily.
Oh, it's one of those clubs.
Oh yeah. It's
okay.
one of those that bottle service and they're
swanky club. Okay.
Yeah, one you would never step in.
No,
Tank. I could just hear.
I'm not cool enough for that.
Tank in my head turns into Chris Rock from In Living Color when he steps up to 11 and he sees her price. He goes, "Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Do you have a 3? Where is 3? Can I go to that one? Is it cheaper?" But I give you $7 for a PBR, and you let me lick the cork off the Ciroc bottle.
$7 for a PBR? Jeez. Jeez.
Tank, tell me you don't pay for things on the road without telling.
No.
Nothing has been more evident.
PBRs better be $2.
How do you eat food? Like, I mean, honestly, when you go out in public, do you ever just... this is a total off topic, but I have to ask this question. Have you ever walked in a restaurant, taken one look at the prices after sitting down and walked out?
Yes.
That is the least.
That's embarrassing.
100%. I'm embarrassed that you did that. Once you make the decision to broach the door, if you didn't do your H-dubs and figure out how much you're getting ready to spend, that's on you. That's a decision between you and your God. Once you sit at that table, that credit card's coming out one way or the other because they still got to wipe that bad boy down.
Nope, not happening.
Oh God!
I walk in and you're trying to charge me $27 for a tomato sandwich. Out, just gone. It's a fried tomato sandwich. A fried green tomato sandwich was $27 at this one place that me and Andy went into. We were on vacation. We were down in Charleston. We were just walking around. We were like, hey, this place looks nice. So we just kind of walked in. Actually, it didn't look, quote unquote, nice. It looked like, oh, this would be a good, just calm spot to be in. No, they thought way too much of their food, and we just went, deuces.
All right, look, I want to ask a question down the line, and this is going to come up before the weekend's over. We're going to start with Mike. We're going to come all the way to me. What is the most you have ever spent for a steak in your life? One steak in a restaurant. What's the most you've ever spent?
I want to say it was like $120 at STK. I got a Delmonico. So I decided I was going to go all out if I'm going.
Yeah, if I'm going all out.
Yep.
Tank, cover your ears.
Oh gosh.
$240.
Are you kidding me?
He beat me.
No, it was a Wagyu, and it was at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was a.
I get it.
Yep.
All right. I wouldn't do that.
His beat me. I'm in between Mike and Dave.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mine with tip was $200 by myself, and I didn't drink with that meal because I wanted to embrace every second of it.
Yeah, no. I think the most expensive steak I bought, I think it was at Roost Chris, and it was, the blue cheese encrusted porterhouse that would cover. It looked like a giant catcher's mitt on the plate. Like, yeah, if I'm spending it, I'm going big.
I half expected Tank to say, one time I got 2 orders of steak and eggs at the Waffle House at $24, and I about set that place on fire.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you that little gas station down there in Arden that sells $9.99 ribeyes on Saturday nights. It's not a bad place. Not a bad place.
We know that Tank gets a steak from Ingles Market anyway.
Of course.
Low prices. Love the savings.
It's always cheaper to cook at home than to eat out. And I like being at home. I like being in my. Hey, y'all had my meatloaf. You cook like that all the time. Wouldn't you stay home too?
That's great.
By the way, if you had told me 5 years ago that somebody in your life is one day going to tell you about a gas station that serves $9.99 ribeyes, I would have bet my ability to have fun for the rest of my life that it would be Tank's.
I honestly don't know if they still do that, but they did that for a while. Down there, it's right down the street from where they're going to have the damn PGA tournament. You know the one I'm talking about.
You're
Long
talking about
Shoals
Boone's
Road.
Corner.
Boone's Corner. That's the name of it. I couldn't think of the name of it. Like, yeah, I can see that. I can see. Oh, some of them old PGA guys going in there to get some $10 steaks. They're going to fill that place, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going in there to no good. Sometimes you want to go to a place without a camera, where everybody doesn't know your name.
Yeah, no, I am a cheapman, and we all know this. Still say $7 for a Peeber's way out of range.
Tell me you've never been in an airport and purchased anything in your life.
Of course I have.
100%.
But just because I've paid it before doesn't mean that it's not outrageous.
$69 for 3 beers and 2 shots of Fireball, and I've done it this week.
What did I tell you when me and Andy went through the airport on our way to New York, and we had 2 cocktails, and she had a shrimp cocktail, and it was $87 for our 2 liquor drinks and a cocktail.
There are 2 places that prices are
cocktail.
Absolutely the worst on planet Earth.
Oh yeah,
and it's the airport because everything is at least twice, and it's
stadiums.
I was gonna say Las Vegas, Nevada. I was at a Tiesto concert, and I got vodka Red Bull, and it was $50 at MGM Grand. Thank you very much, MGM Grand.
Yeah, Vegas gets expensive very fast, especially if you get in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Producer Amber and I were there last year. 2 drinks, $150.
Been there.
Wow.
Seen me do it.
Wow.
What's fun is when you're on a corporate trip and you've got 6 jackals sitting around you going, how about you pull that credit card out?
Yeah.
By the way, I have to say this just because this came up. You ever play the corporate game where you throw your credit card on the table and whoever the waitress draws, that's who has to pick up the bill?
I have not.
Oh, you've never played that? I know David has.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been in sales too long. A really great way to win that game, have a different colored card than all the rest of them and give the waitress $100 not to draw yours. I've seen me do that about 50 times. I actually just outed myself because one of the guys I've done that with listens to this show and lives in Asheville, and 100%. I guarantee you he's sitting either in his office or in his car and going, Damn, he never did get his cart drawn. Yeah, because I'm smarter than you.
Yeah, because I worked that one out. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Hate your stupid game. You're the one that wants to play it.
We are having a lot of fun. And speaking of playing games, the Indiana Combine Olympics will be happening. Not only is it the Underwear Olympics out at Lucas Oil, but here at the Homestead, we're going to be doing the Combine Olympics. We have all manner of games. There's a hot shot basketball thing in there. There's a shuffleboard upstairs. We have all manner of things to entertain you with on the socials. So look for that stuff coming out later on or throughout the process here.
Tomorrow we're going to have a mock draft. It's free agent mock draft.
We're
picking one player every team. That's our 3-hour ESPN radio show tomorrow. And we will have live content. We're on with David tonight. You can find him at Sportsocracy GN on all the socials. Then we're going to do some more live stuff. That'll be just a hoot.
Indeed.
And we'll have lives every day this week.
Mm-hmm. Keep following us on the socials at the Sportsocracy for the latest from the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour here on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN.
All clear.
Thanks, sir.
Your mountain weather for.
You're welcome. Into the afternoon, really not too bad. Partial sunshine, dry pavement, 58. Tonight, rain coming back. Probably around 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there, 42. Occasional rain around tomorrow, most of it ending by about dinner time, 60 degrees, but still some spotty rain late tomorrow night into early Friday. Most of Friday, though, should be partly sunny, high 60. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
When severe weather hits, you know where to find us.
We don't have phones or internet.
When you need to know.
What we do have is a working transmitter and a studio.
We have what you need when it matters most. News Radio 570 WWNC.
The road to the college basketball playoffs start in Asheville. Catch the Ingles Southern Conference men's and women's basketball championships March 5th through the 9th at Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. See some of the nation's best conference tournament action. Then explore a city packed with locally owned restaurants, incredible breweries, live music, and non-stop excitement. Experience it all during the 2026 Ingles Southern Conference Basketball Championship. For tickets, brackets, and event details, visit SoConHoops.com.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you can't measure it on your bathroom scale. Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own. You won't find a bipolar disorder by looking at a thermometer. Like many other health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just